In terms of the trailer, we purposely decided to make really short titles to prevent our audience from being put off by the titles so they could focus more on the film. Also, the style of the titles presented in the trailer is also used to represent our audience. The color schemes of the titles were carefully considered in comparison with our poster and magazine. In our trailer, the title Love Will Tester utilizes color schemes critically, as the her is specifically written in red, whereas the rest are in white. We did this to suit the theme of our film and thought it would add a bit of suspense to our final trailer. The use of a montage showing the victim Stephen Adu and serial killer Jason Napa is conventional within the thriller trailer because it demonstrates the audience that there must be a certain quality and shows signs of what they all have in common and their relationships with each other. However, Lizzie Napa is seen stressing and wanting to find the truth about what her fiance is doing behind her back. And we don't see the psychologist until the end of the trailer. This was purposely done to fit conventions. In particular, the use of enigmas will lead the audience to ask questions to find out the truth. We thought this would benefit the final trailer because it would add quality and tension to the story. Before producing our trailer, we analysed a few trailers within our genre to take note of the type of sequencing, fast-paced editing, shot types, props, costumes and storylines. Although not all of these trailers inspired us, we did try to incorporate all of these conventions together. Looking at our trailer, there were conventions we decided to follow as well as challenge them, meaning we were selective for various reasons. One way we challenged conventions was we didn't give away the plot because we thought it would be too explicit and thought this would make our final trailer not successful as it should be, because the intention was to tease the audience. One way we followed conventions was the making of the main character a male, i.e. Jason Napa, which this convention was extracted from Shutter Island, who uses Leonardo DiCaprio as the main character. We also looked at their use of titles which mainly consisted of actors' names, which is what we did too, because these films were the ones our research was mainly based on. However, we also added a few stories to entice our audience. In this example, we were inspired by Black Mass, which uses these type of titles to briefly summarize the story. We also took the duration of the titles into account, which depend on how much is written in each. For example, in our trailer, the first title, Sometimes the Love You Believe to Be True, is the longest title we have. Therefore, we gave the audience extra time to read this on time, otherwise they wouldn't be able to understand our film properly. Our trailer has 16 different shots of the protagonist, meaning he is seen numerous amounts of times in the trailer, which shows conventions because lots of thriller films do this to make them more recognizable. The more the audience sees the protagonist appear, the more they know about him, which will make them want to watch the film to get 100% understanding of his character. The fact that the protagonist is given lots of screen time in the film was purposely done to show that he is the most important and most dominant character in the film. This is juxtaposed with his wife, who is given limited screen time throughout the trailer, which we thought would work successfully to emphasize her discomfort in the film. Therefore, our manipulation of shots and editing fit perfectly with conventions. On the other hand, one convention we decided to challenge was the use of a victim. Usually in thriller films, we see the victim mostly being a female character because they are usually classed as weak compared to men. However, in our trailer, we decided to use a male character, Stephen Adu, as the victim of Jason Napa in our trailer to show how the protagonist is. We thought this would be an interesting idea for our final trailer because it would raise enigmas in relation to the plot. We noticed the use of fades to black are very common, which is what we saw in Gone Girl. This was very common.